Hello students, welcome back to your physics class. I hope all are doing well at their home. Today we will start with volume of an irregular object. How we can measure volume of an irregular object. In the previous video you have learnt about measurement of volume and measurement of capacity, that how we can measure the volume of regular shaped object. Regular shapes like cube, cuboid, sphere, cylinder, cone, how we can measure the volume of these regular shapes. So you know that we can measure the volume of the regular shapes by using some formulas, like the volume of sphere can be found by using the formula 4 by 3 pi r cube, and that of cylinder, that is equal to volume of cylinder is equal to pi r square h. Pi, you know, it is a constant that is having value of 3.14 or 22 by 7, and the volume of cube is equal to a cube, where a is the side of the cube, up to so on. So we know that how we can measure the volume of regular shaped object. But the thing is, how we can measure the volume of an irregular shaped object or an irregular object. So we will start with the measurement of volume of an irregular shaped object. So to find the volume of an irregular shaped object, we need a measuring cylinder or measuring beaker, we need a thread, some water, and that object, that irregular shaped object whose volume we have to measure. So we will follow the procedure. The first step is we will take a measuring cylinder or beaker that, you know, it has labelings from 0 ml to 80 ml, and we will fill this beaker with more than half or half of water, say up to 50 ml. We have taken up to 50 ml, and this is the initial level of water, and we will label or represent this initial level of water with V1. So the first step is to take a measuring cylinder or fill this measuring cylinder or beaker with half or more than half of the water, say up to 50 ml, and we will note down this volume of water as V1. The next step is that we will dip or immerse that irregular shaped object like stone, by tying it with a thread inside this measuring beaker or measuring cylinder. So you will see that when we have dipped that stone inside the beaker, then the level of water will rise. Why the level of this water will rise? Because, you know, this stone has some volume that we have to find, and due to this, the volume of the stone, the level of water will rise. So this is the final level of water. This is, I have shown it up to 70 ml, and this is the final level of water, and it is represented by V2. So the volume of water will rise, and we will note the increased volume of water as V2. Now we will observe that initial volume V1 is equal to 50 ml and final volume V2 is equal to 70 ml. So we will take the difference of these two volumes, V2 minus V1, V2 minus V1, that will be equal to 70 minus 50 ml, it will be equal to 20 ml. So this is the volume of the stone. The volume of the stone whose volume we have to find out, that we have immersed in the beaker, and due to which the level of water has risen. So this is the volume of the stone. So this is the activity which you can do at your home if you have measuring beaker or measuring cylinder, and you can find the volume of any irregular shaped object. The next is how we can measure area. So the next is measurement of area. Firstly, we will see what is area. In the previous classes you have learnt what is area. Area is just the amount of region or space covered by an object. ये amount है कितनी space या कितना region कोई ऑब्जेक्ट ऑक्यूपाई कर रहा है, दैट इज नोन एज एरिया. एरिया ऑफ रेगुलर शेप्ड ऑब्जेक्ट्स कैन बी फाइंड बाय डिफरेंट फॉर्मूलाज. एज यू नो, देयर कैन बी रेगुलर शेप्ड ऑब्जेक्ट्स और इरेगुलर शेप्ड ऑब्जेक्ट्स. रेगुलर शेप्ड ऑब्जेक्ट्स आर लाइक sphere, circle, rectangle, and the area of these can be found out by using the formulas like the area of sphere is equal to 4 pi r square, area of circle is pi r square, pi, you know, it is a constant, and area of rectangle is equal to length of rectangle and multiplied by breadth of rectangle. So we can find the area of the regular shapes by using some formulas. But the question is how we can find the area of irregular shaped objects. So there is one method that we can use to find the area of irregular shaped objects. That is the graph sheet method. We can find out the area of irregular shaped objects by using graph sheet. So the graph sheet method includes the graph and that object whose area we have to find out. So in this method, firstly we will take that irregular shaped object and a graph paper. Graph paper, you all know, it is made up of small sized squares, and the squares can be of any size. We have taken the square of the size of the square, the size of this small square as 1 centimeter into 1 centimeter. That means the area of this small square is equal to 1 centimeter square. That means each side of this square is equal to 1 centimeter. So firstly we will take that object and that graph paper, and we will place that object on the graph paper and we will draw its outline. After drawing its outline, we can remove that object from the graph paper. Next is we will count the number of spheres that are covered by this boundary. This method you can do in the lab, but now you will just learn that how we can find the area of irregular object. So firstly we have placed that irregular object on the graph paper and we have just drawn the outline or the boundary of that object. So this shaped object I have taken. So the next step is that we have to calculate the fully filled or more than half filled squares or complete square. So we can see that there are the complete squares like this and this. So we will count the number of complete square. So I will put the numberings. This is first, this is a complete square, this is second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, 9, 10. So you can see there are 10 complete squares enclosed in this boundary. After that, we will count the squares also which are exactly or almost half filled as half squares. अब हम उन स्क्वेयर्स को काउंट करेंगे जो क्या है हाफ या उससे ज़्यादा क्या है ऑक्यूपाइड है. तो हाफ या उससे ज़्यादा वाले जो ऑक्यूपाइड है दैट दिस इज द मोर देन हाफ फिल्ड, दिस इज ऑल्सो मोर देन हाफ फिल्ड. I am putting cross over there. This is also more than half filled. This square is also more than half filled, and this square is also more than half filled. This is also almost half filled. This is almost half filled, and this is less than half filled. This is also less than half filled. This is almost half filled, and this is also almost half filled. Or you can neglect it. We will not take this sphere because this is not as half filled as these are. So you will count the fully filled or complete squares that I have counted 10, and after that you will count the squares which are exactly or almost half filled. मतलब क्या है कि जो तो पूरी तरह से हाफ फिल्ड लग रहे हैं या फिर उसके आसपास हैं. तो वो जो मैंने क्रॉस लगाए हैं उनको हम काउंट कर लेते हैं. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these are I have neglected this one. So these are the almost or exactly half filled squares. So these are 8. And next is we will ignore that squares which are less than half filled. हम उन squares को ignore कर देंगे जो क्या है half filled से कम है. जैसे कि ये वाला और ये वाला, ये बहुत ही इन्होंने कम स्पेस ऑक्यूपाई किया है इस बाउंड्री के विद इन. ये भी बहुत ही कम है और ये भी हाफ से कम है. सो इन स्क्वेयर्स को हम क्या करेंगे नेग्लेक्ट कर देंगे. सो आफ्टर डूइंग दिस प्रोसेस वी विल गेट टोटल नंबर ऑफ स्क्वेयर्स. सो टोटल नंबर ऑफ स्क्वेयर्स किसके इक्वल होंगे दैट विल बी इक्वल टू फुली फिल्ड स्क्वेयर्स or half filled squares and more than half filled squares. So this total number of squares will give us the total area of shape of that shape in centimeter square. See here, the completed total area of shape will be equal to total number of completed squares. जो completed squares है that are 10 plus the total number of more than half filled squares that we have counted as 8 or that are half filled. मतलब जो half filled थे या उससे ज़्यादा थे वो क्या है हमारे पास 8. So जब हम इनको ऐड करेंगे that will be equal to 18 centimeter square. 18. Why it is of 18 centimeter square? Because squares we have counted and the number of squares are 18, and if we take the area of each square, that will be equal to 1 centimeter into 1 centimeter. This side is of 1 centimeter and this side is also of 1 centimeter. That will be equal to 1 centimeter square. So we will multiply this 18 by 1 centimeter square. You will get the area 18 centimeter square. So in this way you can find out the area of any irregular shaped object by counting the number of complete squares plus the number of half filled squares plus the number of more than half filled square. I have done the half filled and more than half filled in a single way. So this is the process that in which you can find out the area of the irregular shaped objects. You can also take a leaf and you can find the area of that leaf by considering the number of complete squares and number of half filled or more than half filled squares. And the thing is, one more thing is there, that we have considered that the area of these small squares, that the area of each square of this graph paper is 1 centimeter square. That I have assumed that the length of each square of this graph paper is 1 centimeter. मैंने ये assume किया था कि जो लेंथ है हर एक स्क्वायर की इस ग्राफ के हर एक स्क्वायर की जो लेंथ है वो 1 सेंटीमीटर है. आप इससे छोटे वाले ग्राफ पेपर भी ले सकते हो, मतलब जिसके इससे भी छोटे स्क्वायर होंगे आप वो वाला ग्राफ पेपर भी ले सकते हो. उससे क्या होगा कि जो आपकी एक्यूरेसी होगी, एक्यूरेसी एरिया मेजर करने की वो क्या होगी, ज़्यादा होगी. तो अगर आप छोटे स्क्वायर्स लोगे तो एक्यूरेसी विल बी मोर. बट द थिंग इज the disadvantage of taking small squares less than 1 centimeter is that we have to count out that small squares in very perfect manner, and that will be difficult. So we will use moderate sized square. That means 1 centimeter is the moderate size. अगर हम इससे बड़ा लेंगे तो वो कम एक्यूरेट रिजल्ट देगा. अगर हम इससे छोटा लेंगे तो उसको नंबर ऑफ स्क्वायर्स को काउंट करना डिफिकल्ट होगा. सो वी विल टेक मॉडरेट वन. दैट मीन्स वी कैन टेक द ग्राफ पेपर विच इज हैविंग स्क्वायर ऑफ साइड 1 centimeter. सो दिस इज द टोटल एरिया ऑफ द शेप. ये जो हमने एरिया कैलकुलेट किया है ये हमने अप्रोक्सीमेटली कैलकुलेट किया है. अप्रोक्सीमेटली इसके इक्वल होगा क्योंकि वी हैव निग्लेक्टेड some of the squares whose size is less than half. So ये जो है ये आपका approximate area इस size का, that is equal to its real area, that is approximately equal to its actual area. So this is the way in which you can find out the area of any irregular shaped object. आप कोई भी शेप ले सकते हो, आप लीफ ले सकते हो और आप कोई भी ऑब्जेक्ट दैट ले सकते हो जिसका आप एरिया मेजर करना चाहते हो. सो आई होप यू विल अंडरस्टैंड दिस टॉपिक. सो द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज डेंसिटी. सो व्हाट इज डेंसिटी? डेंसिटी इज द मास पर यूनिट वॉल्यूम ऑफ एन ऑब्जेक्ट. मास पर यूनिट वॉल्यूम, or we can say that density is the measure of how closely the particles are packed in the matter or in any substance. मतलब क्या है कि कितनी क्लोजली पैक्ड हैं जो पार्टिकल्स हैं किसी ऑब्जेक्ट में, दैट इज नोन एज इट्स डेंसिटी. अगर हम बात करें जैसे हनी है, हनी इज मोर डेंसर देन वाटर, हनी इज मोर डेंसर देन वाटर, बिकॉज आपने देखा होगा हनी बहुत ज़्यादा थिक होता है, वो बहुत ही गाढ़ा होता है, बट जो वाटर है इट इज़ लेस डेंसर। सो डेंसिटी क्या है कि किसी सब्सटेंस के, किसी मैटर के में एक यूनिट एरिया में अगर हम बात करते हैं कि कितने पार्टिकल्स है उसमें, दैट इज नोन एज डेंसिटी। जैसे मैं एक स्क्वायर ले लेती हूँ ऐसे, ये जो है हनी का है और ये जो है वाटर के लिए है। तो जो हनी के पार्टिकल्स होंगे, हनी के पार्टिकल्स की अरेंजमेंट हम देख रहे हैं, दैट विल बी वेरी वेरी क्लोजली पैक्ड, वो बहुत ही क्लोजली पैक्ड होंगे। बट द मॉलिक्यूल्स ऑफ वाटर एज कंपेयर टू हनी will have some spaces between them, so that's why it has more density and it has less density, because अगर हम यूनिट एरिया की बात करें, स्मॉल एरिया, इतने से एरिया की बात करें, तो इसमें नंबर ऑफ पार्टिकल्स हैं जो ज़्यादा है पर यूनिट वॉल्यूम। इतने से वॉल्यूम की अगर हम बात करें तो इसमें नंबर ऑफ पार्टिकल्स ज़्यादा है, और इसमें जो नंबर ऑफ पार्टिकल्स है वो तो 2 ही हैं, वो कम है। तो इसका मतलब क्या है, किसकी डेंसिटी ज़्यादा है? द डेंसिटी ऑफ हनी इज मोर देन दैट ऑफ डेंसिटी ऑफ वाटर। सो दिस इज डेंसिटी। ये जो मैंने हनी और वाटर की जो एग्जाम्पल ली है, ये जस्ट मैंने आपको डेंसिटी का कॉन्सेप्ट समझाने के लिए लिया कि जो डेंसिटी है इट इज द मेजर ऑफ हाउ क्लोजली द पार्टिकल्स आर पैक्ड इन द मैटर और इन एनी सब्सटेंस, की जो पार्टिकल्स हैं वो कितनी क्लोजली पैक्ड हैं मैटर में, दैट इज नोन एज डेंसिटी। सो डेंसिटी को हम डिफाइन कर सकते हैं, डेंसिटी इज इक्वल टू मास पर यूनिट वॉल्यूम, मास डिवाइडेड बाय वॉल्यूम, और इट कैन बी डिनोटेड बाय डी, दैट इज इक्वल टू मास m divided by volume v. So next we will see the units of density. The system international unit of density that are accepted all over, that is density is equal to mass per unit volume, you know. Or what are the SI units of mass? You know, that is kilogram, and the SI unit of volume is meter cube. So it will be kilogram per meter cube, or you can also write kilogram divided by per meter cube. So this is the SI units of density. Next is the CGS unit of density. The CGS unit of density is gram per centimeter cube, or it can also be written as gram per centimeter cube, gram divided by per centimeter cube. Next is the relationship between CGS unit, you know, centimeter gram second unit, this is equal to 1 gram per centimeter cube, and the relation between kilogram meter cube per meter cube and 1 gram per centimeter cube is that 1 gram per centimeter cube is equal to 1000 kilogram per meter cube. So this is the concept of density, and I hope you will understand all these topics. Thank you.